So I went to the hospital today to renew my medicine, and it was closed. These Doritos are about 105 yen. If you go into a Liquor Mountain, they're 300. It's buffering, oh my god. What's it like now? I was just, I switched off to talk to a friend. My god. Is that me? I'm an egg. Yeah, I think I was in the Indian restaurant. My drinking mate is coming back from Canada. It's in next week. We used to drink a lot. Just cleared some wood from the warehouse. Had a nice job last week. 50,000 yen. No, someone sent this guy I know. He's an American Venezuelan photographer, and I've been thinking about Ryan because I hadn't seen him for ages. And he sent me this video of Ryan kissing a black woman, a black girl. I asked him if he'd got the video on this. I started to watch the video. I felt sick. I don't like watching old people kiss, especially if they can't kiss. I only watched it for about 10 seconds. I just felt ill. He calls her. He stood by a stair or door or something. He calls her over, then he kisses her a few times, and I just go, ugh. I should do the video and get young Japanese girls to watch it. Yeah, I actually thought that might have happened. No, because there's a bit of a cocky attitude when he with those dogs, and he thinks it's all right for him not to be on leash. That's not good. But why is he doing that? He thinks he's a stud and he's got, look, I've got this young black girl kissing me. Why is it? Ugh. And he's filming it specifically. No, but I don't. Oh. You know, but he's not attractive. You know, he's not a good-looking man, is he? Might be a little bit different if, one, he was good-looking, two, his teeth weren't all over the place, three, he knew how to kiss. Yes, he was, yeah. And in that movie, he was kissing the woman, but he didn't know how to kiss. I bet he don't even know how to fucking finger a woman. I drank half a bottle of gin last night. I've been drinking Schweppes tonic. Did I not tell you this story before? It was a geography teacher at school. And it was our babysitter, Rita Willoughby. So when my mum went out to the pub, my dad was in prison, she was our babysitter. And so we just spent all night, me and my brother, taking turns and kissing her. Only way to do it. In fact, before that, my auntie, when I was about fucking 10 years old, she was kissing me in bed. She was a dirty little slag. She was 14, I was 10. But we had no idea about anything else then. So it was just kissing, not even playing with her tits. No, but see, that type of thing doesn't happen in Japan because most kids are at night school or they're with the family. But Rita Willoughby actually looked like, you know, Rita Ora. She looked like Rita Ora. It was a good-looking family. All the family was good-looking, especially her older sister, Paula. I think it was Paula. But they lived in darkness because the mum and dad, they spent all the money on alcohol. They spent all the money on alcohol, so they didn't have electricity in the house for fucking years. When I'm talking years, I'm talking like 8 years, 10 years. Go and take a piss. That is joyful. I used to go there a lot, but not anymore. Just the last time I went, I just walked out. I didn't pay. But the fucking chef is useless. This is a nice little toilet. But especially with summer, it's nice, small and cool with the air conditioning. Look at that, this just says Delman. I wonder if his lad is called Delboy. There was an Australian woman doing a video. She says, today I'm going to eat all English food. But there's not much fucking difference between Australian and Kiwi food and British food. You know, it's basically the same. Yeah, I didn't eat spam much when I was a kid. Very rare. They love it in New Zealand, in Hawaii. Like corned beef, yeah. Corned beef is great with brown sauce. Then it always gets you like a strange thing at the back of your throat. But they have in New Zealand and Australia, they have the nice mince pies. Never had it with mustard. Now, something what I saw the other day, Fray Bentos, but 5 different types of Fray Bentos. It's got me wanting a Fray Bentos. Those spam tins and corned beef tins send a lot of old people to hospital. Cheers, pal. Yeah, I've got a mate who comes over every Christmas and he usually brings me a lot of stuff. I should ask him for a Fray Bentos. And sometimes he sent me stuff as well. Oh, Matthew. I can't imagine. I think we used to have steak Fray Bentos. I can't remember any of the flavours. But chicken and mushroom pie is always good, isn't it? I've just seen, the first time I've seen this. Remember that girl, Moe? Near where she lives, there was like a Vietnamese shop that like supposed to be opening up, but I never saw it open. But now, and I've never seen this before, Japanese and Pakistan. And it was like a split flag, Japanese on the left, Japan flag on the left, Pakistan's flag on the right. I've never seen that before. I'll have to go in and try it out. Pakistani. There is a There's one not far from that called the Punjab, and it's 1,000 yen for the meal, so it's a bit more expensive than usual. But they have chapatis. Not many have chapatis. They're quite easy to make, chapatis. That's very kind of you. But recently, Matthew, he was sending me HP brown sauce, but now the French fries at Gusto, apart from them being expensive, they changed. They're not as good as they used to be. Yeah, but like in England, I guess in the UK, we would always start off with that, wouldn't we? We'd have like a curry and then and a couple of chapatis. But the problem is the flour they make is called atta flour, wholemeal flour, and it's really expensive. And that's why most of them serve naan. So when I was at the Indian I regularly go to, was Nepali. It's right. The curry is really nice, but it looks like he's got a new supplier because I think he's fucking got no money. He's got no money to pay the old supplier. Yeah, it can be too doughy, can't it? But it's got that pleasing look to it. How can I tell new supplier? Because it was the first time I'd seen him bringing food in through the front door. And there was a fucking lot of it. But he's not got enough customers to fucking... Like I said, the food's good, nothing wrong with the food. But there's just not enough customers. I think what he needs to do is send people out into the street with a flag. Now the guy, the owner, he used to work in a Japanese restaurant for quite a few years. He was working, so he's still got his full-time job at the airport. But there's like there's several staff. Apart from his wife, she's got 3 or 4 staff, and maybe 3 of those are full-time. So I don't think he's bringing enough money in to pay one staff. My uncle had a corner shop, but it was in the middle of this estate, and my granddad and grandma lived next door to the corner shop. And in the middle of the night, they used to go into the corner shop and nick all the food. Someone grasped me granddad up to my uncle. My granddad started nicking early. But I think what it was, my granddad was working in the shop, but my uncle wasn't paying him. It wasn't his son. My grandma was a slag, and she went to bed with the headmaster, and that was the son. So he was his he was his stepson. I've got to kill a few people first. My granddad was always telling me I could write a book. He could write, not me. He could write a book. Like, granddad, you're a fucking labourer. Both him and my grandma had fingers missing. And he got it in the jaw with a fucking with a jib from a crane. And so when after the accident, all his fucking jaw was wired up. And I said, so I was, I don't know, about 11 or 12. I says that'll shut him up for a while. He goes, it fucking won't shut me up. No, they were working in industry, you know, because there was no, you know, the unions were weak, or there was no union, and so there was no safety guards on the machines. Yeah, well, it was for everyone, wasn't it? 6 days a week. In America, when they tried to strike to get better conditions, have you heard of Carnegie? What he did, they sent him men to fucking beat them up and fucking break the bones with fucking sticks. That was fucking Andrew Carnegie, the cunt. Well, now you could buy a house for a few £100, couldn't you? I think my uncle bought his house for like £1,200. So that would have been in 1975 or something like that. You know, even in like places like Manchester, London, you know, you get like a fucking, you could buy a semi-detached in the 1950s for £250. Well, my mate has just bought one for, he's just bought one for 500,000 yen. But like, there's no car park, access is difficult, it's very old, full of fucking old furniture. But the thing is, he has no more fucking rent to pay. He doesn't have to pay fucking rent for the rest of his life. Now I just wonder about, you know, they have those £1 houses, certain parts of the country, don't they? Where where it's run down and they buy the house and it's like £1. But you've got to stay there 5 years. Yeah, if you can, you know, if you can do shit yourself, it's worth it. But if you're paying people to do stuff, no. But I could fucking, I could have a go. You know, just fucking put some lines up. I think I've done it. I think I've done a little bit of it. Just make, as long as the fucking gobbo's right, and you just fucking put it on the brick and just fucking slice it on. What, the houses? Yeah, of course. Yeah. But getting a mortgage might be a different thing. I was looking at buying where I live now, and I went for a mortgage. I couldn't get a mortgage because I didn't have like a long-term visa. And to get around that, I had to pay 500,000 yen to get around it. And I thought, fuck that. It's called Ejuken, which is a long-time resident. But someone's offered me a place for 2 million yen. But the problem is they won't fucking show me where it is. But I need fucking land, and I need a driveway, so. But I'm also going to see if I can get an old warehouse. That'll be a good project. Yeah, the thing is how old are you? Yeah, I thought you're a young man, aren't you? But if you got married to a Japanese, but the problem would be a Japanese person probably wouldn't want to live in these fucking houses that are so cheap. I'll ask my daughter if you need to be a long-term resident to buy a property. But there's some videos on YouTube, and it just show these people. But some of these places are like a fucking 3-day hike to get to the house. But I think if you've got a bit of land and you could grow your own food, that's fucking good enough, isn't it? Now my friend's place is it's landslide territory, so that's the downside to it. The downside of the landslide. Yeah, the thing is, his house is just backed up into the fucking hillside, so there's no place to do anything. I'd love a go. They're right laugh, aren't they? Yeah, as a kid, I used to have a garden. When my dad were in prison, I used to measure the size of the potatoes. Looks like this kid's dying for the piss. Cute kid. Yeah, I remember when we went, me and my girlfriend, we took a day trip to Morocco, and they had fucking goat's heads. You know, like in the market, they had goat's heads on the table, and they didn't want me to take a photograph. Yeah, there's one with a springy board, isn't there? And they laugh. I've had some mountain goat legs. Fucking could I climb? No, it was really nice. It was this Austrian guy got a piece of land in New Zealand, made his own snaps, drank so much I couldn't fucking see. Yeah, those goats that can climb the fucking hillsides, about 65% gradient. Fucking amazing, isn't it? And then a fucking eagle comes down and fucking swoops on them. They've got sticky feet. Mom, my foot's stuck again. No, I just take it to the scrapyard. So you got about 400, just over 400 kilos. Yeah, it hasn't changed for a year. It's good. Well, the highest price it was about 56 yen, 60 yen, I think. But it's now at 46 yen. Just looking around for any cunt coppers. So today I renewed my JAF, Automobile Federation, safety network. It's been the same price for the last fucking 25 years. 4,000 yen. Hasn't fucking changed. Does who give me trouble? No, I was in this car park. I'd nicked a load of car wheel hubs, and I put them on the back of the truck, and I turned around, there's fucking one copper here, one copper there, like asking me what I was doing. And I'm thinking, there's no way they can have fucking, seen what I've done, fucking. This kid's too cute. Oh. Oh, fucking. They pulled me up the other week, and I said, like, I wrote on the ticket, like, I'm going to contest it. And then I made a video, and I said, hey, are you going to let me go, what? For about fucking 20 minutes, the cunts. Then I told them I'm going to go to the police station and fucking complain about you two. But they didn't, and I didn't pay the fine. And usually they've sent me a new ticket by then, and they haven't sent it yet. So I'm hoping they've forgot about it, or just threw the ticket away. I said to him, I said, you didn't even know what the fucking crime was. This is the point. I turned right at a traffic light, but I was in the wrong lane because I couldn't get into the turning lane because of trucks wouldn't let me in. But the thing is, they charged me with ignoring the traffic light, but I didn't. So I think I committed a different offence because I turned in the wrong lane, but they said that it was fucking the traffic light, but I didn't. I went on green, so I didn't ignore the light. I was just in the wrong lane. And so I don't think they knew the correct fucking, I don't think they knew the correct term, because on a 50cc bike, you cannot turn right in a big junction. So this is my claim that they've charged me wrong. And then they're asking me, are you going to pay it? I said, well, if I'm in the wrong, yeah, I'll pay it. But if I'm not in the wrong, I won't pay it. And then we're fucking arguing that point for about fucking 10 minutes. But I've got it on film. And they said to me, why won't you be cooperative? I said, because I'm in a fucking bad mood. Oh, yeah, yeah. But that was like a 6-step. The point is, though, that I didn't have a seatbelt, so I got 2 points and I got 4 points. Now, if I fuck up again in the next fucking 11 months or year, I'm going to get 6 points. And when you get 6 points, you've got to go to the fucking driving test center, pay 26,000 yen, and do a 2-day fucking test. And it's not very nice. It's a nightmare. You got to sit through all this fucking bollocks for 2 days. So this is why I don't want the 2 points on the license. Right, buddy, thanks for tuning in. I've got to go back to the warehouse, and my mate is going to take the truck and go and get some steel, I hope. He did well the other week. So hopefully he's going to get a load of steel for me, and I can sell that tomorrow morning. Cheers, buddy. Take care. Bye-bye.